Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XWA Live. We're being streamed from New Orleans, Louisiana. But of course, we don't have that much time to tell because we are about to get into our first match with the XWA debuting star up against a returning Sky. As we don't know, like the full intention of Jack Shaw while making his appearance into the XWA. Now, of course, the woman black and white suit that happened to be Nicole Sabian, or at least for how they butcher her name, Nicole Sabian, well, is of course the manager of Jack Shaw, and pretty much she prefers to call Jack Shaw her client. Here's Sky. We're pretty much with the leader of Bullet Club, Shatter, will now being represented here. That's the Sky already been warmed up into the ring. Never in his life he thought he would be fighting Jack Shaw, but he will possibly attempt to prevail. Well, now that he's back in the United States with a tag team partner Shane Dillon. They went on an insane run, I believe, somewhere in the UK. I could not remember. Give me one moment. Of course, having Jack Shaw managed to have Sky up and looked to bring it down. Almost looked to be somewhat of a counter. A takedown by Sky and repeated punches onto the head of Jack Shaw. I can see out on ringside that Nicole Sabian, yes, we're going to be calling her Sabian, although both ring announcers and even the production team managed to get her last name wrong. Sabian out on ringside, showing a little bit of worriness for her client. But now Jack Shaw back onto the offense here. Now after Jack Shaw, pretty much now just screaming into the air. Looking to hopefully attempt to pick up a win on debut. But now, Olivia tried to hyperextend both arms and maybe even the neck. Only forced Sky to break out of it. And countered by Jack Shaw. The forearm into the midsection at the back. Almost throws him, well, above and out of the ring. Sky managed to get the counter and get back into it. It seemed to counter his way out of a sticky situation. And now for Sky now. Went to do a bit of a club combo, get the cover on Jack Shaw, only to kick out at 1. And like to use a double tap to his advantage. What, and the cover now going for Sky. And Jack Shaw kicked out at 2. You can see that for when Nicole Sabian is looking pretty much from ringside, making sure that her client is not in trouble, but might be after the club, or pretty much after the club's suicide dive, not suicide dive, but the Usos Black connect, will not connect. But now for Jack Shaw, looking not to hold back once and for all, that he wants to put an end to Sky almost immediately. All of the exact way that one of the opponents out in the UK nearly almost ended Sky's career, because you have to remember that he was wearing a leg brace like months ago, but he's just been medically cleared to compete once again. So now what he is saying, he wants to finish what he exactly started. Now for Sky, pretty much attempting to try and go pretty much aim for the bottom midsection. It seemed to almost humble Jack Shaw, well, in the center of the ring. It's not looking too good. And after Sky, pretty much just wailing in onto Jack Shaw, and now trying to pick up the cover. Pretty much for Jack, kicking out at a 2.9. Now, of course, well, we were scouting out potential location for our next pay-per-view. And what originally was supposed to be Payday, but wait a second, cover now by Jack Shaw after using the Liger Bomb. And Sky kicked out at a 2.9. Now it's almost like Jack Shaw pretty much being more desperate in this match for whatsoever, and not putting an end to it if it's so needed. And now looking up for Jack Shaw, looking to almost trying to alert Sky to get up. Only Sky in a bit of, and now made 4 on, and only for Jack Shaw to catch the boot and the nasty clothesline connect. And now into the rope and looking to miss the target. I don't know what Jack Shaw trying to land there, but looking to miscalculate it. Cover now, and now you see Jack Shaw trying to lock in the boot onto the middle rope, and he managed to get away with it on his debut. Now Jack Shaw will be your winner in the match one at this house show, and you can see that Sabian is raising the arm up for her client. And this may not be the last time we will get to see these two. Well, in pretty much, well, during our little absence, during our absence from TV networks that we did needed to switch networks for a few, we did manage to pick up a few new signings, well, into the XWA. Well, we actually have 3 signings, and what you're about to see is that secondary signing making its first ever appearance, well, into the XWA. Of course, his name was known. Of course, his name had been known arguably a few times, and we did manage to sign a trademark for this newly founded talent under the name Calypso. Our second match will be underway in just in a matter of moments. Now our second match is getting ready to take shape. Here comes Impulse. What the hell's going on here? Now, of course, that for Impulse, that we did manage to at least hear from what he had said, was saying that he's technically currently signed into 3 companies, that being TEW, Texas Extreme Wrestling, well KPW and PWD, while also wrestling occasionally in XWA. And here comes the debut of Joshua Walker, the lost son of Cassie Walker, now making pretty much his first ever debut. While for Joshua Walker, never expected to, well, he always has expected he will potentially return to the US, but never in his life he would thought he would return in a house show. Where you can hear what a New Orleans crowd is on their feet for Joshua Walker. And we don't know, we don't know much about like the characteristics of Joshua Walker, let alone like what he is capable of here in the XWA. But from what I've been told, the higher ups backstage, well, are pretty much having high expectations for Joshua Walker. Whether it be a pay-per-view match, title shot, you name it. They see Joshua Walker as pretty much as a star. But will it ever cross the mind of Impulse? We shall see at the match, and now currently underway. Now to keep in mind, when that Impulse has a little bit of history with Joshua Walker dating all the way back into the Indies when they first met each other. But of course they were really young back then, so they don't remember much of what happened. But now Joshua Walker now has to hold the Impulse. Impulse managed to break it up and go for the springboard drop kick. And keep in mind, I'm not the person to promote anything, but I have no choice. Technically, well, be aware on Twitch that TEW will be streaming live, and you can end up seeing Impulse getting his fucking ass beat by a tag team known as Southern Discomfort. Now, of course, that they're not here in the XWA, I cannot mention a lot of things about them, but if you ever seen them in E-Fed Wrestling, you know exactly who we're talking about. That is all. Anyway, now focusing back onto the match, it seems that Impulse now just slamming the face of Joshua Walker into the mat, trying to go for a bottom rope moonsault, but missing the target. And for Joshua, seeming to capitalize on the opportunity with a Canadian Destroyer. That Impulse wisely rolling out of the ring. And seeing that Joshua Walker is now just not letting Impulse, well, escape. For Joshua Walker, almost trying to have, well, most XWA fans rally behind their feet, and now Joshua Walker pretty much now looking to activate and take MY, well, not him, but for Impulse, yes, they are the same fucking person, deal with it, but looking to take, well, Impulse into the afterlife. But now for Impulse, pretty much using somewhat of a rope hung corner stomp And you gotta realize that Impulse have lost the championship belt to Mason Page, in which Impulse has said that he will deal with him at a moment's notice. Long kiss goodnight, done by Impulse. Cover now. And Joshua Walker takes that at 2.9. And like that, Joshua Walker may be in trouble. And now for Impulse, going for the Paymaker version 2 and attempt to get the cover again on Walker, in which he puts him away quickly. As Impulse will win the second match. Now our next match is about to be pretty much one for the record book. That's for, and we do realize that pretty much we are in the month of Hispanic Heritage Month. So of course, during from right now all the way to October 15th, we will be celebrating Latin American wrestling, or let alone Latin American wrestlers that are in the XWA. But what does it mean for the women's side of things? Well, they also have something they are willing to give to the fans of New Orleans. And don't worry, I do have match cards pulled up on my phone, so yeah. Oh shit, plenty more. Actually, yeah, fuck it. There we go. So this is 1 out of 2 at the triple threat that will be happening. So of course, our third match will be including Elena Rivera, Vandalora, which she says she is now returning full time, and Elizabeth Page. So you guys do not want to miss this match at all. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here. And pretty much, I know those red flashing lights anywhere. That means Vandalora has arrived in an all-new white attire. Well, for the first time. That the Vandalora will pretty much decide to ditch the mask and using face paint now. And with a little known fact about her, that pretty much she used to wrestle with face paint right but even before she ended up moving to the US to wrestle full time. But back in Mexico, they know her for not only wearing the luchador mask, but also for her wearing face paint underneath. So 2-for-1 deal. And here comes one half of the XWA Women's Tag Team Champion, that being Elena Rivera. Well, which I do have, well, good news. Well, that Elena Rivera and her twin sister Leah Rivera, Las Guerrillas, will be defending the belt. Will be defending, well, the XWA Women's Tag Team Championship, well, soon. Reason why I say soon, because tomorrow there will be a women's tag team there will be a women's tag team #1 contenders match, and where that will go on to face off Las Guerrillas, well, for the tag team titles. Now, of course, the teams have not been revealed, but we will have a bit of information on who those teams are in the next 24 hours, so stay tuned. And plus, for those who have not seen Elena Rivera in a wrestling ring before, prepare to be amazed, because this is a woman that not only can be very manipulative, well, when it comes to her promos, but also very well known when it comes to her wrestling style, because it's like she combines both, well, pretty much both high flying and overall speed of her opponent. So she's kind of like the jack of all trades or something. But then you have, well, Elizabeth Page. As you can see, for Elena Rivera, she's having a little bit of a smirk on her face, because you have to realize that Elizabeth Page is kind of like a literal living legend here in the XWA. And what's even more surprising is that she is literally in her 40s, but still looking young. That's what happens when you have pretty much healthy intentions. Because although this woman is old, well, pretty much she still can move like she's in her prime, almost. And even if we had a Hall of Fame, well, this would be the first person to go into the XWA Hall of Fame. And it's almost like that for Elizabeth Page. It's kind of like a superhero ripped out of a comic book. Like, a lot of people are actually, well, very happy that we get to see this version, well, of Elizabeth Page. Because not a lot of people remember it, but they actually acknowledge the fact that she really is a damn near good superhero. And I'm probably going to be losing my breath commentating this match, so bear with me. And now the match is underway. It's now seemed that for Bandalora immediately targeting Elizabeth Page. But in the matchup, I'm going for arm held suplex, and now for Elena Rivera getting a piece onto the edge of her Hurricanrana. Man, to stop her getting the trash thanks to Bandalora. And now Bandalora now using a bit of her quick offense and handing Rivera straight to Page. But now the Bandalora not wasting any time in trying to put both women down. Now remember, in a triple threat, anything goes, meaning, well, that pretty much all three of these women could go outside of the ring and keep this fight going, and hell, even bring in weapons into the match to spice things up. So I will say, don't be afraid to get a little bit creative in using weapons. I just saw earlier that Elizabeth Page decided to take Elena Rivera outside of the ring with some stalling suplex, but now, as mentioned before, almost all three women are outside of the ring. It's Elena pretty much hyping up the New Orleans crowd to the fullest, and like mentioned, and now Elena pulling out the steel chair from underneath the ring, and all looking to use it on Bandolora. However, for Bando not letting that happen, it's seeming to be a little bit, well, of a double team by Bandolora and Paige. And now for Elizabeth Page driving, well, Elena Rivera into the corner, and it leaves an opening, well, for Bandolora to try and intercept. Well, bouncing off the ropes and ducking under, and now Bandolora trying to kick out the hamstrings of Elizabeth Page. And we don't know what Bandolora is trying to think here, but Elena all looking to utilize a drop kick, and that might have just nearly helped Elizabeth Page in what she was attempting to do. And now it's into the corner, going for Elizabeth Page. But now Elena turning her attention onto Bandolora, all looking to gain speed, but stopped by Elizabeth Page, and now being grabbed by Rivera. And pretty much going for a wheelbarrow bulldog, to say the very least. And now for Bandolora, now has a hold of Rivera, and then turning her attention onto Elizabeth Page. So going for a springboard roundhouse, connecting to the face of Elena. And honestly, we do not know, well, what is pretty much Bandolora having going through her mind right now. Sure, we get it, she is happy that she is back in the ring for full time, and we don't know why she left, well, pretty much the ring, but we are happy to see her back. And now this fight is just a temporary, well, trios match, as we are now entering free cam. And now for Elizabeth Page, pretty much just landing out straight up haymakers, well, onto Elena. But now Elizabeth Page trying to hyperextend the arm of Bandolora, and now looking to try and go for something. I really don't even know what the hell that is. But however, the pain gets broken up with a seated drop kick by Elena Rivera. Now Elizabeth Page throwing her into the ropes, carrying for a suplex, and Bandolora following up, dribbling Elena's head like a basketball, and another follow-up, just being of some running mat slam. All three of these women are on fire right now. I did not let anything will stop them, that they really have the free will to go ape shit in this ring right now. Now for Elena Rivera, managed to create the space between Elizabeth Page, or to leave herself open for Bandolora. And now Elizabeth Page stopping Laura in her tracks, and we don't even know what the whole intention. And now they're going for like the running drop kick that's inside the face, covered now by Elizabeth Page, only for Bandolora to escape. But now looking out behind, after Elena managed to move out of the way, but realizing that the steel chair is still in the ring, as any of these three women could use it to their full advantage. And a massive chop done by Elizabeth Page onto Laura, and there's the code breaker. I think that was the code breaker, I do not know. Actually, no, that was a backstabber. I'm fucking stupid. But anyway, except for Elena Rivera now ducking under, looking to gain speed into a hurricanrana, and the springboard roundhouse connect. Well, taking down Elena, and now it's only Bandolora and Elena were going at it. Running hurricanrana was now done, and Bandolora is now outside of the ring. Trying to get a breather, and Elena, I'm looking to try and prove her point is saying that she will use anything and everything to take down her two opponents, well, tonight. And we don't know how would this benefit her in the tag team, well, pretty much in the tag team title defense in just in a couple of weeks. But the fight is already on ringside. But for Bandalore and Elena, but it's almost like that for Elizabeth Page, literally just telling for Bandalore to give me Elena, I can whoop her ass for you. And looking to not go in the way, but it's almost seeming like that for Elizabeth Page and Bandalore having a little bit of a team up going on. Well, for a split second, but we don't know if it's true or not. And looking to have a bit of teamwork, a little bit of a teamwork effort going around. And there is the massive slam. And now going on to the outside, Bandalore with the chair, only to have it stripped out of her hands. And now Elizabeth Page going to take it a fight onto Bandalore. Grabbing the steel chair. We do not know what's going to happen after Bandalore managed to move out of the way, but still caught in the crosshairs of the steel chair. Covered now by Elizabeth Page. And a kick out by Bandalore. But now, after Elena Rivera trying to get back onto the action, looking trying to use somewhat of a spear. Well, for the most part, but now for Elena, we're going for a headlock to drive. A cover now, only to have the pin be broken up by Bandalore. And like these women don't want this match to end, because they want to live every last moment that they have. And now for Bandalore, they're trying to, well, hoist up, well, Elizabeth Page, only for it not to work in her favor. For Elizabeth Page is giving it all she's got in this matchup, only to be put onto the rope. But by Bando, we don't know what could potentially happen, but there is the UFO cutter right on the chair. And now, for Elena, now trapping her in what it seems to be the fly trap. As she said, that is the name of Faker, only well, for Bandalore to escape. Now these two are literally fighting at their fullest. We don't know if Elizabeth Page can touch. Never mind, she is still moving. And now almost looking to try and get payback onto Elena Rivera, but not going to work in her favor. And there's another headlock driver, putting down Elizabeth Page again. And now it's just a temporary one-on-one between Elena Rivera versus Bandalore. And now it seems that Bandalore now has Elena right where she wants her. And pretty much just slamming the back of her head onto the chair. And going for a impressive standing moonsault, but we don't know if she's done yet. Going on to the top rope. But only to realize that Elena has, well, not Elena, but Elizabeth having the candlestick in hand. And you guess you're already getting the overhead cam, but now, after Elizabeth Page looking to take flight and go for one, but two, well, moonsault and connect. And managed to get appraisal from the New Orleans crowd, only for it to be stopped. Well, only for a little bit of the fan ovation to be, well, put on pause due to Elizabeth Page, but there is, well, the grenade slam. And now it's Elizabeth Page versus Elena Rivera. We're fighting one-on-one. And now, even that for Bandalore being thrown over the top rope. And you can really just hear Elizabeth Page saying to Bandalore, get the hell out of my ring. Let the old timer handle this. But now, it seems like the younger generations are now going at it. And for Bando and Elena, they're going to a rope, carrying it into a Spanish fly. It's countered by Elena Rivera. They're going for what I say, jumping splash. But wait a second, Elizabeth Page now entering back into the fray. And they have to knock the wind out of Elena Rivera. We don't know if she's still at it, but there's an impressive moonsault by Elizabeth Page. Cover now. Well, by the former Miss Dynamite. And Elizabeth Page will win in the triple threat. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for our, I believe, if I'm looking at the list correctly, I think it is co-main event. Yes, it is the co-main event. It will technically, for some reason, Dr. Cassidy Walker decided to make a quick rundown to NXT and win the NXT Women's Championship. Now we don't know how long can she hold the belt for, but she's saying that whenever she heads back to NXT, she says she will put her title on the line as a little bit of an open challenge. So whoever wins would technically be the new champion. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event is Cassidy Walker versus Reese Logan. And here comes, which I cannot believe I'm saying this, but here comes the NXT Women's Champion with Cassidy Walker. We can't even believe that Cassidy Walker is the NXT Women's Champion, but I guess it just worked. But I don't know. Now here comes Reese Logan. we have seen a little bit of a, well, we have seen a bit of a post, well, from Reese Logan saying that her family, well, that she is saying that she wishes everyone to send, well, prayers to her family as they are currently being hit from Hurricane Helene. So our thoughts and prayers go out to Reese Logan's family, and we do hope nothing but the best for them. But tonight, Reese Logan is set to do battle against Cassidy Walker in the main event. Now the match is official, and we are underway. Hold on. Currently we are now back on commentary. For Cassidy Walker, literally giving Reese Logan a complete fighting chance. Oh, look, trying to go for somewhat of a nothing but net, but not working. So for Cassidy, for giving Reese Logan a match of the century, but now trying to lock in the arm. Cassidy Walker now has the crowd on their feet. It's not looking good. And also, when I said 1 out of 2 triple threat matches, apparently something that went down backstage that has now happened, but that the main event had been now altered as a one-on-one match. Now for Reese Logan, looking a fly, going for, I want to say some Samoan headbutt of a splash. I don't know what the hell is it, but now Cassidy Walker going for the Walker bomb version 2. Only for Reese Logan to kick out at 1. But there's the Z trigger, a new move that Cassidy Walker has said that she will use, well, as a replacement to pretty much for Tiger Driver 91. Now for Reese Logan. Well, pretty much showing a complete... Now for Cassie Walker going onto the top rope, looking to use almost a corkscrew moonsault. That was before seen from Cassidy, and still it's not enough to keep Reese Logan down. So now for Cassie Walker going again for the Walker Bomb version 2. Pretty much noticed that Cassie Walker really had her hand behind her lower back, and she might be experiencing a bit of back issues. Will pretty much after taking multiple hits from Reese Logan, which is highly understandable. But now, for Cassidy going for the D trigger, with the C trigger, I should say, and covered now by Cassie Walker, and Cassidy gets the win. Now for Cassie Walker, well, is your winner here, well, in this co-main event. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event, well, of this house show. Now, let's see. Trying to find something right now. What the fuck is this damn person I'm looking for? Well, I already have you, but I'm trying to find the other one. Here. Yeah, fuck it. Well. But of course, in our main event will be our XWA Universal Champion, Mr. Blue, versus Leon Chase.
I'm all yours.
Here comes the champion, Mr. Blue. So of course I can hear that the champion has arrived. Well, not only to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, but also to be here to make a statement. Because we don't know, like, who is his next opponent, or let alone the next person that he's gonna attempt to defend the title against. So technically it's like Mr. Blue was just holding on to that title for as long as he can hold it. But now, he needs to get through the mindset of this man right here. And that is Leon Chase. And for those that do not know, Leon Chase will pretty much is, I want to say, the biological son of Keith Richards, and pretty much the brother to the woman's, well, pretty much to the woman's star, that being Samantha Chase, in which she says she is currently backstage. But, however, she has forgot her gear, but that might be a good thing for her because she wasn't scheduled to have a match with here at the house show regardless. But as I said, that this is your main event. Well, the Hispanic Heritage Month match, that being Mr. Blue versus Leon Chase. Now the thing is, Leon Chase is not Hispanic by any means, as we can almost easily tell by the way he acts. But he has said he does respect the Latin culture, well, in the world. So, I guess we'll give him kudos to that. Now the fight's already being taken onto the outside. So Leon Chase likes to be a little bit of a technical star, and looking to try and take a bite out of the nose when Mr. Blue dares the ripcord clothesline. But it's almost looking to not be in the favor of Mr. Blue. Now covered out by Mr. Blue, pretty much to get rid of Leon Chase, only for Chase to get out one. Now Mr. Blue attempted to go for it, pretty much a springboard backflip and carry it into some standing elbow drop. for Mr. Blue. Pretty much trying to get a little disrespectful onto Leon Chase. Keep in mind that Mr. Blue had pretty much the reason why he wasn't seen in XWA the majority of the time, because he's also, well, in KPW, TWD, well, and TEW. Speaking of which, that's where he got his first TEW win. Well, he got it, I believe, in a Battle Royal. I think it was a Battle Royal or some fucking match, but he won that match. They say that he may be going after it like everyone in the roster. Preferably a man going by the name of James Burns. But of course, as said earlier, you don't know much about these people that just got mentioned. But all we do know is that technically he managed to get under Mr. Blue's skin quite recently. Now focusing back onto the match, I'm looking at Mr. Blue attempted to trample Leon Chase well into the corner. Now Leon Chase, but almost looking to try and limit something of Mr. Blue. We don't know what is, but now Leon Chase now seems to have a little bit of a power up, as some people would say, and potentially looking to finish off with Mr. Blue. But now Mr. Blue is saying enough of it and paying homage to the late Eddie Guerrero with the Three Amigos. They're taking Leon Chase for a bit of a ride. And covered now by Mr. Blue. The ref is trying to get into position and it doesn't work. And now Mr. Blue time to go for a super kick. And Leon Chase almost looking to counter it, but instead Mr. Blue still went on with it. The top rope now for Mr. Blue. And now on top rope for a 5-star frog splash. Cover now by Mr. Blue. But Leon Chase kicked out at 2. And we can already hear the mindset of Mr. Blue. What do I need to do to keep this man down? It went for another springboard, but yet Leon Chase still gets the shoulders up at 2. For Blue, try to figure out what can you do to keep this man down and not get back up. After the solution for him is not simple, but he needs to figure out an effective way but to keep Leon Chase from getting up for 3 seconds. And now for Mr. Blue, now looking to try and see if he can possibly dismantle for Leon Chase outside of the ring. Now the ref count, I believe, reached 6, maybe even 7. The ref count reaching 7, and both Leon Chase and Mr. Blue are taking their absolute time in this matchup alone. And now the count reaches to 8. And Blue almost looking to celebrate too early as Leon Chase gets back in the ring at 9. Forward to beat, going into the rope. And we don't know what was Mr. Blue trying to do, but now Leon Chase, I'm looking at use the move out of Mr. Blue's playbook, and that's the one-wing angel. But Mr. Blue kicked out of his own finisher. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And now for Mr. Blue. Pretty much trying to at least gain momentum back here in this ring in order to secure himself victory. Knee straight to the midsection. And now for Leon Chase, might be in trouble at the counter into a clothesline connect. And Mr. Blue is not stopping until Leon Chase is done for. Now trying to at least crack open the neck of Leon Chase. And almost looking to permanently damage the arm. Now Mr. Blue going up onto the top. Going for another 5-star frog splash. Connected onto Leon Chase. Covered now by Mr. Blue. And Mr. Blue gets the victory. And that will conclude, well, tonight's house show. And I will see you guys tomorrow for the season premiere of XWA Onslaught. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.